hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Brown blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Boston Scott, his first carry. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down now, Scott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on there, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And out now come the Eagles. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hey, empty.
Now Wentz on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. They'll run on first down. Scott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On second down, Scott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive.
Hey, Lou. Run.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try the left side. Scott. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Trey 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Under. 95-56. Over. Got it.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 30, 20, touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, 73 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Let's go.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Scott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, Scott. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 65 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They get it to him running left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing now is Wentz. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. You ready? Oh, get set, get set.
Again, this is Kamara. He's still barreling through. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Easy.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get set, get set. 12. Over. Pull down. Here we go. 11.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
11. Over. Under. 11.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dez Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. but you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. Great. Hey, 57. Great.
Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Go. Waiting. Shorty.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Go. Waiting. Great 15.
They're going to try and throw. And Tate's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
5-8. 12. 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Got it. 11. 5-8. 5.
Shotgun now for Breeze. A quick throw, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Adams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. To throw, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From fourth down to first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Wentz now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Wallace. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 27 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And his kick is good. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
95-56. 5-1.
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
5-8, 5-8. Good, good, good. 5-4, ready. Ready for check.
On 2nd down, here's Brees. He finds an opening past the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Brees now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
5-8. Monday. 5-1. 21, 21. 9-5-5. Ready for check.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
You ready? Ready for check.
To throw, it's Brees. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Now Brees. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
This is caught by Ginn. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. So he's in for his third score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Luck's good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Lutz now to kick this one away. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now it's Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lefty. 82, 82. Check 3. Hey, check flag 47. Check flag 47.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go. 20.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Alex Okafor in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here we go.
Now Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Set. Yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Four home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap for